That's right, everyone. We're back for another
Super Mario Sunshine
build video. In the past 2 videos so far, we've already managed to create Rico Harbor and Delfino Plaza, completing 2 out of the 10 main destinations in Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, it's not actually 11 locations, whoopsie. 2 out of 11 distinct locations have been completed. What this means though, is that we are now officially 1/5 done with the entire map. And today's video, we're getting another location done. This time, it's Gelato Beach's turn. And starting off with the building, I thought once again we'd start where the terrain decides to fall off the edge of the earth. But this time, I knew that things were going to be a lot tougher. In the past 2 videos, I've had 3D models to lynch off of and help me out tremendously. That, combined with YouTube walkthrough footage, was how I managed to make these. But this time, all I had to go off of would be YouTube walkthroughs and garbage screenshots I took myself. So with that in mind, I decided I would actually use pre-existing maps to help me determine the shape of how this island would kind of turn out. Going back and forth, I would be able to use these maps as an almost stencil-like drawing guide, and from there, terraforming could commence. So here was the beginning stages. At the time, it looked only like line work, but this colored section right here, this marked the area in which Gelato Beach would sit nicely. Having a rough idea on what the terrain looked like though, it was time to do loads, and I mean loads of terraforming, practically the entire island. Now here it was, all the terraforming mostly done, but with some detailing still required. The detailing needed would be trees and huts, and the most essential build, the Sandbird Tower. How many of you guys remember the Sandbird level? Yeah, sheesh, that was fun. Knowing what I now had to build, I decided to start off with what I thought would be the easiest part of this build, and that was the tree. Aside from a few custom trees outlying on this farther island, I did notice something about all the other trees. And this was that they exactly resembled the trees I had made in Delfino Plaza. The only other trees I would have to make were these very light colored white ones, and at this point I realized a past mistake I had made. These very bright trees would work perfectly with birch, so I made all the existing trees oak to contrast the newly found birch ones instead. With all the trees in place, I decided it would be time to lay down the power line grid system. At least I assume that's what these things were. Maybe you guys can let me know if I'm crazy in the comments below. Getting these in place and having the correct corresponding spots, I decided to use chain as a power line-like material. Certain connections with the power lines, like making them move up or down blocks left or right, was done with a trick I actually found using levers. Using levers in a set block command, you can make chains go in virtually any direction. I was seriously ecstatic with this newfound revelation of a build hack. I mean, just look at the way they're twisting and turning and weaving, something you couldn't have done before. But after I started putting it up large scale, I kind of saw that it just didn't work in the environment that I was going for. So I looked for other alternatives, and I actually settled on black stained glass pane. I know I made a huge deal of this, but maybe you guys can use it as a build hack for builds that suit it better. But with all the training and forestry done, it was time to focus on my favorite part of all these builds, which is the architecture of the area. I thought it best to show in, a time-lapse compilation. Here were all the buildings in all their glory. We had this one little boardwalk watermelon shop where some tasty shakes had been served before. Loads of little canoes or boats scattering the beach side. This little shack where Piantissimo had challenged Mario to a beachy race. The platform on where the flag saluting all the Piantas alike sat. And of course, the Sandbird Tower with all the light reflecting solar panel looking mirrors things that were there. While this was the main attraction of the build done, and I had to admit that the entire island was looking like insanely awesome so far, I still had a new territory I had to work with to finish off this build entirely. And I mean new territory as in underwater territory. And that's right. I had to build and create the corals that Mario had swum through to get the red coins in the coral reef level. I knew for a fact that this build would be a total breeze since Minecraft had added loads of coral blocks for me to use. With this coral reef being done, this also meant that Gelato Beach had all the landscaping and building necessary for aesthetics. Even though the screenshots aren't the greatest, I thought I'd give some comparison between the game and Minecraft just so you guys can get that comparison. Now it was time to move on to the more technical parts in this map, which in the past I had to create sewer-like systems both for Rico Harbor and Delfino Plaza. But it turns out that Gelato Beach didn't have any sewers, at least none that I'm aware of. So for the technical bits and pieces, all I'd have to do was set up some quick and easy barriers to make sure the player didn't go out of the map, redistribute some of the Minecraft music discs to keep the music disc hunt going, and set up a teleporting station to get to and from Delfino Plaza to Gelato Beach. Now that the teleportation was working, it meant that Gelato Beach was totally finished. I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed this next part in completing the Super Mario Sunshine world. If you guys did, leaving a like and subscribe would be tremendous help to me and guarantee you guys notification when the next Super Mario Sunshine video comes out. Oh, and if you guys want, I will have world downloads in the description below, so make sure to check it out and explore till your hearts are content. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I hope you guys enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft. Again, if you haven't seen the past two videos, you can check those out too. I recommend it because it's pretty cool seeing this whole thing come together. But I look forward to the next time we do one of these videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, and until next time, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Ciao!